Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
We're Doomed is a fun, light, little cooperative game, and I always say it's cooperative until it's not. The game is very, very simple to play, and it's played on a timer in only 15 minutes. That timer is going to automatically send some people off of this game because it's kind of an aspect of it that is super duper important. And that 15 minutes, you're not allowed to draw the time out. It's really hard to control people. Like, are you dragging it out or not? So that kind of has to go in with the right spirit, and you're not going to drag this one out. The whole point of the game is that there's a pressure situation, and we have to take care of it right now. You have to continue to take your actions as quickly as possible. The actions are fairly simple that you're doing as you're trying to meet the goals of the group until you're not. And you're going to be screwing over your other players. High interactivity, a lot of pressure. That's going to turn people off. The timer is, the pressure of it, screwing people. And it's a party game. You can play up to 10 people. So this game, I think, while it's a party game and plays a lot of people, is going to have a more narrow view because it's going to take the right kind of people. And I feel like that if you have the wrong kind of people who don't like that, it isn't going to play as well. You're going to need people who like that, take that, and I want to crush you, and I want to steal things from you, all while thinking as quickly as possible. And those that, I won't say have sharper minds, but people who can think quicker on their feet are probably going to do better in this game. Absolutely not a game for me. I think the 15-minute timer was a great idea, but as for the party atmosphere, it's not something we're going to play a lot. I don't want to, if I'm going to play a party game, I have those kind of people around that want a lighter experience. I don't think screwing them over is going to work for me. Now, Purge for me, but for other people, I think this is going to work, especially if you have a group. If you know you have a group that's going to work with something like this, this is a really fun game. It's not a very popular game, so I'm assuming that people even who fit into that narrow category probably didn't like it as much. But I think that if you have the right mindset, you're willing to work quickly through the game, and you don't mind that take that screw your neighbor type atmosphere, this could be a really fun game for some people, but not for me. So here is We're Doomed, the game of global panic. It's a party game. It's going to come in kind of a long box. Don't really think that was necessary, but everything fits pretty well inside. I must say the box construction is really nice. This is not a flimsy box. Most party games are. Going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. Inside here, going to get some bags are nice. These poker tokens are all very high quality. I mean, this stuff is super nice and thick. You're going to get your characters in here. Now, the artwork, it's a little to be desired, I suppose. It's like that shadow thing. It's okay, but the player aids are really nice, and the quality of these are great. You're going to get a Tux box for the event cards. I don't want to show these off too much because this is what's going to shake the game up. I want to show that. You're going to get a number of tokens. Now, we use the upgraded tokens when we play because these are rather generic, but they are really good quality. They pop out really nice. For a party game, I didn't have any issues. We just chose to use other chips with ours. In here, you're going to get what an amazing piece right here. It comes through. It's really big. It's chunky. Everybody can see it from anywhere on the board. Has a little box that goes in there. Fantastic. Here is the rule book. You can see it's very, very small. Now, all the information is in here. It's got some big fonts that's going to be utilized. The mission is going to tell me how many seats are going to be here at the end, and the winning. It's got a QR code if you want to learn to play that way, and a setup over here with a nice, realistic picture that you're going to have there. To take actions that contribute. Now, I was a little confused here because it doesn't tell you how to end this phase. Everybody here obviously takes one action. How does this end? I guess when people are done bidding, it tells you back here no stalling. So at any point, something just count down from 10 and you have to do something. So you can't stall. And the event cards will here. A little bit of an explanation. I feel like for such a short rule book, it should have been a little tighter than it is. But after playing it, going back through, everything is here. It was mainly me, I suppose, trying to rush through it. But, probably an 8 or 9 when this could have been easily a 10. So this is going to take the game and be the timer. So you're going to have 15 minutes to play the game. You're going to set this over. And when all the sand is out, the game will end. And then you'll divvy up. Depending on how many resources were put into the during the contribute phase, and I'll get to that. So if 70 resources were used, there'll be 4 seats. So you'll be able to see how many seats were available. It might be enough for everybody. It might not. And then whoever has the most influence will get a seat and so forth. So that's kind of how that's going to shake up. So on your turn, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to take either resources or influence. And what you're able to do is you can take 2
resources or 1 influence. Just gain it. Or you can spend resources to steal an influence from somebody. But if you have 8 resources, you can just eliminate somebody from the game. So there is player elimination in the game. 8 will just kill that person off and they're done, which will open up a better chance for you to have less influences to gain a seat. So everyone's going to choose one action. Take 2 resources, take 1 influence, spend resources to steal an influence from somebody, or give up 8 resources to kill somebody. Those are going to be the actions. After that, what's going to happen is everybody's going to take resources and put it in, let's say, the box here, and they're going to, what's going to call contribute. And what they're going to do is, you might go 1 resource, and somebody else might go 2. And whoever has the highest bidder, when it stops, you spend whatever you put in, will be the highest one. At that point, you'll get the first player marker. You will also get 1 influence. You grab one of these influence tokens, and you're going to get to draw an event card from this deck. Now, I'm not going to show you the cards from this deck because I feel like it shakes up the game. You see it's do not shuffle on here. You'll want to utilize these as you go through. So what that player is going to do is draw one of these event cards, and it may shift the game a little bit and tell you the different win conditions or something random might happen, etc. Sometimes those events will be only for the person drawing it. They'll read it and flip it over, and nobody else will know what's going on. After your 15 minutes are up and the sand timer is gone, you'll find out, based on how many resources you had, how many seats are available. Whoever has the most influence will get the first seat, and you might be left out, and you may be doomed, or everybody may have a seat, but you really do need to be cutthroat if you want to ensure that a seat's going to be built and it's going to have your name on it.
Who should buy this game? I think it's going to play better with more. So I would say you have 8, 9, 10, although it plays all the way down to 4. I think it plays better with more people. So you're going to be in that kind of atmosphere. You're going to have to want people that want to go after each other, that don't mind the timer, the high pressure, tension cook atmosphere. You're going to have to like all of that for this game to work. If you do fit into that narrow category, I think this game is going to work well for you, and you'll have a blast with it. Purge for us, but I just don't think I'm the target market.